Controversy in Hollywood is practically guaranteed, and no one remains unscathed by it forever. Sometimes it goes away on its own, but for these shows, controversy brought cancellation. From harassment to animal abuse, these are the scandals that sunk TV shows for good. Few comedians of the past few decades are more consequential than Louis C.K. In addition to his stand-up career and his show Louie on FX, his production company, Pig Newton, has produced multiple shows for the network. Louie itself was a smash hit. It racked up awards, attracted guest stars like Marc Maron and Robin Williams, and served as a headlining success of the network. This all came to an end when details of CK's long history of sexual misconduct came to light. Rumors had followed CK for years, but things came to a head in 2017 when multiple women came forward about his history of sexual misconduct. After some initial denial, CK admitted the accusations were true. His manager, Dave Becky, who co-produced Louie, was also accused of helping conceal CK's actions from public scrutiny. Becky argued that he had misunderstood the allegations at the time and apologized for the perceived cover-up.
You have no right to make me feel like that.
There was no amount of damage control that could keep CK's career from being impacted, though. Louie, which was already on a self-imposed hiatus, was effectively canceled when FX ended their business partnership with Pig Newton. The four shows CK was producing, Better Things, Baskets, One Mississippi, and The Cops, all removed his name from the credits and moved on without him as well. SMILF tells the story of Bridget Bird, a broke single mom scraping by in South Boston. It is largely the creation of Frankie Shaw, who also starred in and wrote most of the show, in addition to directing many episodes. Unfortunately, Shaw's conduct on set was so problematic it ended up sinking the entire project. Between seasons 1 and 2, The Hollywood Reporter revealed that Shaw was being investigated for workplace misconduct after multiple complaints and allegations of abusive behavior. Of particular note were 2 cases of mishandled love scenes, one of which went so poorly that actress Samara Weaving claimed breach of contract and left the show. Staffers also had issues with behavior on set, saying that Shaw's vocal support of Time's Up and the Me Too movement were camouflaged for abusive behavior, and that people on set were traumatized by it. These issues were bad enough that local Massachusetts lawmakers, including state senators, threatened to suspend the show's tax credits until the investigation was done. This was clearly a turning point. Partway through the airing of the second season, Showtime canceled SMILF and suspended their overall deal with Shaw. The remaining episodes aired as scheduled, and that was the end of SMILF. The final episode of The Wonder Years remains one of TV's most emotional installments. This is astonishing, given that nobody at the time of shooting knew whether the series would be renewed or not. There were several reasons for this, most involving standard conflicts over money between the show and the network, but at least one person points the blame elsewhere. During a 2018 interview with Yahoo Entertainment, Allie Mills, who played Norma Arnold, put the blame entirely on a behind-the-scenes controversy, specifically a sexual harassment lawsuit Mills considers completely ridiculous. Back in 1993, costume designer Monique Long claimed she was fired because she rebuffed Fred Savage and co-star Jason Hervey's advances. Mills claimed the lawsuit nudged the network into deciding to cancel the show. The suit was dropped after a settlement. Savage claims he was completely exonerated, but doesn't want to talk details. Mills believes that the network bought the suit off and is unequivocal in her support of Savage to this day. Long, however, stands by the claims she made. TV mainstay Jeremy Piven was the biggest star involved in the 2017 crime drama Wisdom of the Crowd. If that doesn't ring any bells, it's because it didn't last long, mostly because Piven became a PR nightmare. The show had 13 episodes ordered with the potential for more if things worked out. Ultimately, however, nothing worked out. Reviews slammed it as a rote crime drama that often stumbled into unintentional comedy. Ratings were solid but not spectacular, and certainly not impressive enough to guarantee a new episode order. The biggest problem, however, was Piven himself. Shortly after the series premiered, sexual assault allegations were leveled against the star. A few weeks into the series' run, 5 women had accused him of sexual misconduct, harassment, and assault. Piven denied all accusations, but the damage had been done. Wisdom of the Crowd was not renewed. Luck, on paper, had a lot going for it. Written by Deadwood creator David Milch and starring Dustin Hoffman, the show follows the lives of shady figures connected to a horse racing track. Shows don't exist on paper, though, and Luck was canceled after the deaths of several horses on set. One horse died during the pilot episode, and a second died during the shooting of the 7th episode. After the death of a 3rd horse, production was halted, and the American Humane Association insisted upon a thorough investigation. Though HBO claimed to have enforced strict safety practices, the AHA pointed out that the third horse's injury had not happened during filming or racing, raising questions about standards on set. In the end, HBO announced the show was canceled. Roseanne Barr was a somewhat controversial figure during the original run of Roseanne, but she became an entirely controversial figure by the time the 2018 revival rolled around. By this point, she'd become a vocal Donald Trump supporter, dressed as Hitler burning cookies, and publicly dabbled in many conspiracy theories. Seemingly everyone but network executives at ABC were concerned. The Roseanne reboot earned huge ratings and was quickly renewed for an additional season. In May 2018, however, Barr tweeted a racist comment about former Obama administration official Valerie Jarrett. ABC Entertainment president Channing Dungey called the tweet, quote, abhorrent, repugnant, and inconsistent with our values, and announced that a decision to cancel the show had been reached. Barr tried to apologize, blaming the statement on taking Ambien, which led the makers of that drug to respond that, quote, racism is not a known side effect.
Apparently, leaving is only an option for strangers. If you're family, you're trapped here.
Eventually, the show was revived as The Connors, a spin-off about the Roseanne family without Roseanne. It premiered on October 16, 2018, and has proved to be a ratings hit without Barr. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.